Free him, free them, free all the rascal man them. That was the thing to say back in the day. Free all the jail man them. That was on everyone's bio. On MySpace. Remember MySpace? Put it this way. If you had a MySpace account and you didn't have free someone, you was probably a nobody. You weren't affiliated to nobody on the streets. You need to check it though, because man them are still saying, you know, free him, free them, free all the man them. Yeah? Don't think that this thing is new, you know, like, free. People from my generation started that. Yeah? I don't know how old I was when it came about, but at least from when I was about 12, 13 years old, people were saying free him, free them, free all the man them. And when you check it, some of these people that they're saying, free him, free them, free all the man them, some of these people are fucking dangerous. Some real criminals. Some real killers. Some of these man, boy, they shouldn't really be let out of jail, you know. Now some of these man that they say, you know, free him, free them, free all the man them. Some of these men are in jail for not so serious crimes. Maybe like a phone robbery. Maybe like a fraud or something like that. But some of these men that they're saying free him, free them, free all the man them, they're dangerous. They're dangerous. Some of these men are in jail for murder. Multiple murders. Some of these men have only got caught for a murder. Some of these men have shot a few people and got away with it. Now obviously things always catch up on you over time. But some of these men are serious criminals. Some of these men, you want to see what they've done to their victims. Man got stab wounds on their body, on their torso as long as my arm. Because man are crazy. Talking about signing petitions to let certain man have a lesser time. Hold on a minute. Even if a man wasn't the murderer as such, a man played a significant role in the next man's murder. He's dangerous. But no one ever thinks of that. They just think it's cool to say free him, free them, free all the man them. It sounds cool. Sounds cool until one of your family members is in a long wooden box, 6 foot under. Sounds cool until your family member of the deceased when I was in ISIS, I met plenty of people that were in jail for murder. Plenty of man on the wing. Listen, you see, if you ever go jail, hopefully you never do, yeah, because I got positive people here, whatever. So some more times it's almost like man's preaching to the choir, whatever, innit? But if you ever go to a jail where there's like people in there for murder is just like kind of, it's not ranked as high as, you know, if someone was a murderer out on the street. It's like, oh, you're in there for murder, okay. Man met man hanging around with man in jail, talking about, yeah, I've got 20 year sentence. I'm getting my mum to send my bed sheets in so I can get settled in. What the fuck is that? Met man in jail, multiple gun charges and that. He could have gone somewhere, fired a bullet. Stray bullet licked the wrong person. I know, man. I ain't gonna say who. But, you know, I could be saying, yeah, free him or whatever. Yeah, free him, he's in jail. But hold on a minute, my man's gone to a next estate with certain artillery, looking to do something to certain people, and more than likely, They would have pop off shot or whatever, missed the people that they really wanted to get. Because you know these men are like stormtroopers, you know. They don't know how to fuck it. These guys out on the street that are holding, yeah, they don't know how to fire guns or nothing like that. They don't go through no training or nothing like that. So that man are a stormtrooper, just pop off shot and miss all the targets and hit all the wrong things it's supposed to hit. End up hitting the wrong person. Now I'm supposed to be saying free him. Free someone who could have potentially killed someone. Unintentionally, it don't matter. At the end of the day, someone will be dead. There'll be a family that will be grieving over a dead relative. Talking about free man and all that. The black community want to go mad when a gunman was shot dead because the police suspected him for having a gun. Whether or not that gun was recovered, that person was dangerous. Yeah, maybe the police shouldn't have shot him dead. Maybe they shouldn't have. Yeah. But you never know. That person could have one day fired a stray bullet and licked down your family member. Now that's in an alternative reality and we would never know because the person's not around no more because the police took them out. But you never know. No one ever thinks of that. No one ever thinks, you know what, maybe if the police didn't take out my man, maybe he could have licked down a woman, a child, or even an innocent man. Because as I said, these men out here are stormtroopers. They don't know how to aim. Them man, they just, yeah, and they hit all targets apart from the one that they really want. Which could have been you, could have been your family member, could have been a random innocent. Saying the people that are promoting this thing where they want to get people to sign the petition for this guy to lower his sentence, and some of these people need to realise my man could have been involved in a murder of one of their cousins. But no one ever thinks of that. They make guilty people look innocent. And they use colour and race to try and make out that the government is being harsher on them for murder. Mate, you cannot be too harsh when giving a sentence for murder. You've taken a life. You've taken a life. If you think 20 years is too harsh for a murderer, I mean, someone who's gone out with the intent to do someone something, just imagine. Close your eyes right now. Pick one of your loved ones. Yeah? Who are you close to right now? Yeah? Think of that person right now. Now think about how you would feel. Go and close your eyes. Think about the person that you care about the most in this world. How would you feel if that person was taken away from you? And then picture someone in a dock, standing trial, pleading not guilty when he's blatantly guilty. Think about how you would feel if the judge only gave that person 20 years for taking away your loved one, someone you're never going to see again. Someone that anytime you want to go and visit them, where they are situated, is in a field. And before you get to this field, there's a gate that's open between certain times. And when you walk through this gate and you walk through this field, there's this rectangular piece of cement or stone or marble with your family's name on it. Sunrise, such and such and such. Yeah. 1st of January, 1990. Sunset, August the 8th, 2020. How would you feel if that was one of your family members? Only time you can go and visit them is between certain hours, and you can't even see them. You see their picture, you see their name on a, piece of stone, but you can't talk to them no more. And you think that, 20 years isn't enough of a sentence? So when you're shouting at free him, free them, free all the man them, if it ain't some little minor crime like a robbery and that, if the person has killed someone, whoa, hold on a minute. They've taken a family member away from their relatives. The deceased person can never speak to their mum anymore, can never speak to their dad, can never walk down the road and just go and check their friends, hang out with their cousins on the weekend, go to the gym, go to school, live a normal life no more, because they're dead. And you want to shout out about free him, free them, free all the man them. You need to be careful, It's all well and good you saying, my man's locked up. There's actually man who they feel sorry for their brethren who are locked up doing 30 years. Well, hold on a minute. Your friend killed a man, put his body in a car, set the car on fire. How does a man's mum think? Like, what is she? Imagine when the policeman turns up to the man's mum's house, takes his hat off and, are you such and such? I've got some bad news. Your son's dead body was found in a burning car. And these are the men that you want to free? Come on, Kazi. Stay wise.